From oppressive humidity to dangerously high temperatures, a heat wave has gripped much of the U.S., and this comes just as the country prepares to celebrate the long weekend.
Our D.C. Bureau reporter Laura Iglesias has a look at how people in the nation's capital are coping with the extreme heat.
Turns out there are hotter places in the summer than Miami, and Washington, D.C. is one of them. The city has been faced with an intense heat wave like no other, but it hasn't just been D.C. This intense heat wave is sweeping across the eastern and central United States. Over 200 million people from across the country have felt the heat for several days now, from Utah to Michigan and Chicago to New York and even as far north as Maine. Records are broken with some areas reaching over 110 degrees. Analysts say climate change is driving more intense heat waves. Daily life here in DC is becoming a test of patience and stamina.
The heat has been really bad, obviously. We've had some crazy heat last week and this week. Last week was really bad, so this week is kind of a little bit more tamer. I actually had to get an inhaler recently because the heat has been so bad. So drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, and trying to do mostly things inside has been best.
Even visitors are feeling the pressure. For those used to dry climates, DC's humidity adds another layer of stress, and health experts warn it increases the risk of heat-related illness.
Where I'm from particularly, it gets quite toasty, over 100, but always whenever I visit friends and family here, I have to buckle down and remember that I'm dealing with humidity too, which is a whole other hydration game, and try to time it right so I'm not out during peak hours, or I've got water with me if I do, that sort of thing.
Those who can't avoid the outdoors, like delivery drivers, staying cool is a challenge. But even as heat becomes more extreme, some locals say it's just another part of living here.
The heat has arrived, and for those who have been living here for years, it doesn't affect them anymore. They are already used to it. In fact, the locals here actually look forward to the heat so they can hang out.
With even more hot days ahead and July 4th around the corner, DC residents are bracing for even more heat. Healthcare professionals say the most important thing to do is to stay hydrated and try to be indoors whenever as possible. Reporting from Washington, D.C. and for Caplin News, I'm Laura Iglesias.